his party.
Mr. Speaker, the Minister of Social Development told CBC last week that he would respond to the recommendations contained in the Clerk of the Executive Council's review of the rental situation by the end of May. That didn't happen. The Clerk concluded that the housing market's not working for everyone. She found that many New Brunswickers are making hard choices to stay housed, forced to remove children from daycare, forego groceries, avoid dental work, ignore medication. She heard from New Brunswickers who live in constant fear of their rent going up to an amount that they cannot afford, leaving them homeless. What is the minister going to do right now to protect renters from a housing market that is forcing them to go without and sometimes forcing them to get out?
The Minister of Social Development.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, and I appreciate the member opposite bringing this to the floor because it is an important issue here for the province of New Brunswick, and that was acknowledged by the Premier in the State of the Province address and by the amount of work that was done by the civil servants to produce this report. And I want to thank them for all the work in bringing this forward. Mr. Speaker, we're not waiting for a specific date and time to start solving the problems of the people here in the province of New Brunswick. We're acting now. As a matter of fact, we're acting now with a number of the recommendations that have been put forward to help improve the system, to help people understand what their rights are, what their responsibilities are, and how they can address some of the issues that are before them today. Mr. Speaker, this government will be coming forward with the document, with their decisions on the report that was given to us in due time. I appreciate the question here today. I asked the member opposite for a little patience, and but we are working today to help the people deal with the consequences before.
Time, Minister. The member for Fredericton South and Leader of his party.
Mr. Speaker, I've lost all patience with this minister and with this dealing with this issue. The clerk of the Executive Council found in her investigation that tenants feel unprotected. And it's no wonder when they're losing sleep at night fearing the next rent increase is going to force them out on the street, or that an eviction notice will do the same. Many tenants have no protection against arbitrary evictions. I have constituents evicted because a landlord wanted to house a relative in the unit. I've had constituents evicted because they're told their children are too noisy. I've had constituents evicted because they complained about black mold in their basement apartment. And I've had constituents evicted for no apparent reason at all. People need to feel secure in their home, Mr. Speaker. What is the Minister of Social Development going to do right now, to protect tenants from arbitrary evictions?
The Minister of Social Development.
Well, once again, thank you very much, Mr. Speaker, for this question. And I tell you right now, there's a lot of things going on to help people deal with the situations before them. And if there's a situation that they need to contact the Residential Tenancy Tribunal to help them get through a problem, they can do that right now. Mr. Speaker, one of the recommendations that was put forward that we'll provide advocacy groups with tools and information to help protect the vulnerable people within the population. And one of the areas I'm most proud about, Mr. Speaker, is that this government signed a bilateral agreement with the federal government on the Canadian housing benefit. And Mr. Speaker, right now the money is flowing to people who need it the most to help them deal with rental situations, help them deal with making ends meet. And Mr. Speaker, this government is going to help 6,600 New Brunswickers and invest $98 million during the life of that program. And Mr. Speaker, that money is flowing right now.